What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we are returning to the Grips conflict in Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta Defined. Last time, the Zadkiel was deployed on Kilimanjaro. Kamille wants to reverse engineer Four's meds, and Sirocco used his psychosexual new type charm to get Sarah to do a little hacking. Now he has his sights set on Fa. This time, Char tells the world that he is Cassival Rim Daikun. Kamille heads back into space, and Blex is assassinated. So let's get into this. Jamatov's assistant, Erica Kallstrom, is interviewing to be Senator Jenner's secretary. Senator? Shouldn't that be Minister? She is still spying for the Titans. The Senator wonders why would one go from the Titans to working with her. She says it is because of the shameless things like setting off a nuke that she can't work with them anymore. Jenner thinks this is a bold claim, and Erica has no proof to back it up. There seems to be a way to get on the Senator's good side. Jenner mentions that she runs on an anti-Spacenoid autonomy platform. That's what got her the votes. She hints at the fact that she may be a spy, but ends up hiring her anyways. She says her spies as a skill could be useful. Meanwhile, Sarah entices some ladies of the night to slip someone some data. She pays them handsomely to keep their mouths shut. Meanwhile, Karen is now a second lieutenant and is working under Mawar. As a secretary, it is necessary to know some basic judo. We fight? Mawar reminds her that she is here because Jamatov thinks that she did a good job while saving lives in Kilimanjaro. She gives Karen a data chip with a video of some exercises to do so her muscles don't atrophy. Scotland. Quattro meets with Kai at his safe house with Millie. Kai tells him that she has been hacking for them on the side. Quattro wants Millie to reroute data through 73 satellites. He has info on the AUG's mobile relay communication systems. This will allow them to make a call with the Argama. Millie says, "You want to make a call to the Argama? I could do that. I already know the AUG comms." Char contacts Blex. On a lunar base, someone fell into a honeypot and their servers are attacked. Never trust those women of the night, the commander says to try to disguise it as a technical malfunction. Sarah checks the servers and notes that the database of people killed in action have been deleted. She was successful. Now she needs to learn more about Fa Yuri at Karaba's Oslo base. They're packing up their mobile suits for maintenance and shipping them up into space. It is easier for Karaba to ship their mobile suits to fix considering their underground nature. Hayato briefs the team. They are heading to New Hong Kong to return to space. Since there is only one Rick Diaz, they are postponing fixing the unit. Appley is mad. That's his favorite suit, but he is going to get assigned a new unit. After the meeting, Hayato talks to Kamille. Four is going to get support on the moon. Kamille needs to escort her back into space. Jenner knows that Erica is spying for Jamatov. They're trying to get ahead of the Titans and gather information for themselves. Plus, they can control what information they choose to share with her. Question is, what is Erica looking for exactly? Kai is talking to Quattro, but he is thinking of Natalie. Remember, Natalie was Char's baby mama who was murdered on Axis. Natalie is Char's deleted affair. She's the affair. Spoiler for that manga. But this manga is a sequel to that manga, so that one's on you if you haven't read it. He wasn't listening to Kai. He yells at Quattro and tells him that he needs to stop putting Rekawa in dangerous situations and consider her feelings. He says, "You're not my commanding officer. Peace, bitch." Sumari and her new assistant Chan are finishing up a tune-up for the Zero Shiki. Chan is going into space to ensure that the mobile suit makes it. Sumari wants to give her a letter of recommendation to Anaheim Electronics, as she has always wanted to work there. Karen informs Jamatov that all things are looking good for their trip to Dakar. After her shift, she hangs out with Mawar. She is struggling to keep up with Erica's output. On paper, it appears as though Erica quit the military, but Mawar says that there are rumors that she is on a special mission. While talking about the attack on Kilimanjaro, they recently seem to have learned that Karaba is a separate organization from the AUG. The AUG most likely has their sights set on Grips next. Karen was assigned to Kilimanjaro and it fell to the ground. And now she thinks the same about Grips. She thinks she is cursed. Kamille thanks Amado for putting in a good word for Four, but Amado did no such thing and has no power within the AUG. Char lied to Kamille. Amado tells him that means he trusts you. Well, that explains why he lies to Haman and says that he would never betray anyone. Aw, he cares about her. Amado tells Kamille to watch over Char. Everyone is calling him Char at this point. Char apologizes to Rekawa and thanks her for the data she stole. He will use this in Dakar. He is heading to Earth with Blex. He wants Rekawa to watch over Kamille as he is emotionally fragile right now. Time to be a mommy. Char and Blex make it to Morocco. They stay in a hotel and the Commodore shows Char a video message from Wong and Melanie Hugh Carbine. Their goal is to seek out the corruption of the Federation without accidentally getting branded as a terrorist themselves. Too late. In Oslo, it is time for the Kitty Express to fly once again. They make sure 4 is taken care of on the flight to Hong Kong. Sumeri already told Kamille that the girls were former Zeon pilots, so Tiana tells him of her, Renee, and Shannon's stories on the battlefield. After hearing this, Kamille finally calls Quattro Char. Jamatov touches down in Papua New Guinea at a Federation base. Karen is watching over him. She begins looking into departures from Earth in the next few days. On the Jupitris, Sirocco allowed some forces to head back to their families on the moon. Haha, just kidding. He lied, then removed the oxygen from their quarters. He gained more forces than he lost in the end. Sirocco is still working towards joining the Titans, while Haman and Axis makes their way towards Earth. The Titans and the AUG have no idea what is coming their way. New Hong Kong, Luo & Co., Chamber of Commerce hangar. Your Chamber of Commerce doesn't have a personal hangar for your private jet? You peasants. Zeta and Nemos are being prepped for space. Sumeri is adding additional Vernier thrusters for space use. Kamille and Tiana are going to be the ones piloting the mobile suits. Also, Tiana looks like a female Kamille. Erica gives the Minister info regarding the Titan's secret base. Minister Jenner heads to Dakar. Upon arrival, she sweeps for bugs. Meanwhile, Blex gets a letter. Char tracks down the man and asks who made him deliver this note. He runs away. Char chases him down, but he is too late. The guy took a cyanide capsule. He realizes he was just distracted. A gunshot goes off. Char runs towards Blex and finds that he has been shot. Before dying, he tells Char to take command of the AUG. He also gives Char the letter. He then meets with Jenner and tells her that Blex is dead. Char's goal now is to remove the stigma that the AUG is a terrorist organization. In the manga, they make it appear as though Blex died because they were branded terrorists, and they never got to say their side of the story. It's only hinted at, though. They need to lean into it more. 5 days earlier, Moir are able to convince Bass to provide 1 Salamis and 1 mobile suit platoon, as they believe the AUG will be present at Dakkar. A civilian ship is told to clear out of the airspace. They note 1 ship is heading to Earth. This is an AUG crew disguised as a civilian ship. They contact the AUG. 4 days earlier, Moir and Jared inspect ships in the area. He notes that his Marasai has the same specs as Shelley. Back in the present, the shuttle to Shenron is waiting departure in New Hong Kong. 4 ships are launching with it, the 4th shuttle being the one that carries Zeta and the Nemo. This is Tiana's first time ascending into space. Appley and the girls aren't going to be able to watch the live broadcast in Dakar. The meeting begins. Jamatov makes his speech. He claims Karaba and the AUG are responsible for the attack on Kilimanjaro and blames them for the nuke in Djibouti. Another organization was given a chance to speak at this meeting. It is AUG and Char. I assume this is why he was meeting with Jenner? Jared and Moir have been searching ships and coming up empty. Moir then notes that there are a bunch of ships leaving Hong Kong for Grenada. Char tells the world that he is with the AUG, and Dakar erupts into boos. They don't want a terrorist to speak at this event. He tells them that he was formerly Char Aznable, but his real name is Cassivil Remdaikum, son of Zeon. On Ambrosia, many are excited as they have been waiting for this moment for some time. The Republic of Zeon, Side 3. Zeon soldiers are watching Char. They are once again a republic, so their military is under the boot of VFF right now, and pretty useless. They all decide to join the AUG after witnessing Char's speech. One of these people is Resin, who will go on to die in Char's counterattack. He shows the Federation proof that the Titans were responsible for the nuclear attack on Djibouti, and that it was a false flag event. Meanwhile, Appley and the gang take off from Hong Kong. Camille and Tiana are in their mobile suits on standby. Jared and Moir are waiting transport ships, but everything is delayed. They have to move towards RD Gibraltar for now. Hey, that's from Victory. As they move out, they spot a shuttle launching. Camille can sense something is wrong and wants to cancel the other launches, but they can't abort the process. Imagine if you couldn't stop a launch. It's a silly way to create conflict. Can't stop a launch. Get out of here. The last 3 chapters are contrived nonsense that wastes artist hands just to essentially say that the ships are caught by Jared and Moir. Those chapters could have been a tweet. Jared searches one of the ships to find AUG parts. They begin seizing the ship. Camille and Tiana's ship finally launches in the shuttle and then launches their mobile suits. Kamille has a direct shot on one of the Marasais and fires. He gets a direct hit on Jared. While the Salamis captain bickers about helping, someone destroys their main cannons, making it impossible to return fire. Jared has to return to the Salamis. They need to send a message to get support, but they can't because they spread Minovsky particles so the enemy couldn't send any messages. Good job, guys. The best of the Federation on display at its finest. Their cell phone eventually gets some bars and they get a message out. Working with Moir is Rosamia. They double-team Tiana in the Nemo. She wonders if that Marasai pilot is a new type. They don't seem to be good with a beam saber. Tiana waits for an opening and attacks. Oh my god, this manga is starting to make sense again! The remaining Marasai continues its attack. And that will do it for this episode. You could totally skip chapters 95 through 97. I guess sometimes editorial needed a few weeks off. It wasn't necessary to make contrived drama around the launch sequence. On top of that, there is absolutely no understanding of the battlefield as the art direction is all over the place, and I have no idea which shuttle is which. This seems to happen with any Gundam manga past 100 chapters. The fact that they have just returned to space makes me believe the final arc is going to be unnecessarily long and dragged out, without adding too much value over the original series. Next time, the Radish and Emma come to help. Sarah finds out Fa is a part of the Ayug, and Kaisis M. Bayer and Nanai watch as there is still a growing desire for Spacenoid independence. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, get to the point quicker in life. Peace.